Tonight, Charlotte Mecklenburg police need your help finding a man wanted for breaking and entering and kidnapping. A fugitive who's now also accused of cutting off his ankle monitor. Now, take a look at Chester Torrance. If you know where he is, please call 911.
He is one of roughly 80 people who've cut off their electronic monitoring device so far in 2019. The city on pace to see at least as many ankle monitor cuts this year as last, maybe even more than the 120 in all of 2018. And of those, at least 15 are still at large.
Yeah, so who is allowed to wear ankle monitors already has the police chief and judges at odds over public safety. Tonight, our Defenders team is identifying yet another flaw in the controversial program meant to keep tabs on people charged with crimes.
Nathan Morbido learned some defendants who wear ankle monitors are letting their devices' batteries die.
Just like anything that runs on batteries, ankle monitors get drained too. And when the batteries die, some accused criminals disappear. Booked last month on charges of robbery and theft, Clifton Greer walked out of jail ordered to wear an ankle monitor. 2 weeks later, police launched a manhunt after they say he allowed his electronic monitor to die. A month prior, an even more disturbing case. Police charged a teen with raping and robbing a woman, just days after they say he let his ankle monitor battery die.
It's a big problem.
It comes at a time when there's growing criticism of the electronic monitoring program, coupled with what Charmeck Court Watch calls a more lenient new bail policy.
The taxpayers are paying the price for it.
A policy that's given people charged with violent crimes a better chance at getting out of jail with electronic monitoring ahead of their trials.
I think it's been watered down so much now.
It's especially concerning to people like Lucille Puckett.
The system is failing people.
We recently discovered nearly 1 out of every 4 people wearing an ankle monitor is charged with a violent crime. 20 people facing murder charges, including the man accused of killing her son.
It's disheartening.
Judges use risk assessments to determine who they release on electronic monitoring.
I think it does a very good job if it's for the right people.
A team of 7 CMPD officers is then tasked with keeping tabs on them 24/7. But the ankle monitors are only good when they're on. Defendants are required to charge them for 2 hours every night. If they run low, police say they make an effort to get the person's attention.
Most of the time, we can simply resolve it with a phone call.
Sometimes even visiting them in person. But not every defendant takes it seriously.
Then we're on the lookout for them immediately.
Officers say dead batteries are not nearly as common as ankle monitor cuts, but they are part of the problem. Chief District Court Judge Reagan Miller wouldn't talk on camera, but in this unpublished letter sent to the Charlotte Observer, defended the bail policy and county's longtime electronic monitoring program, adding pointing fingers and placing blame with one another will get us nowhere. Judge Miller said the worst fear of any judge is that a person released from jail will commit another crime, but said judicial officials cannot start punishing a person before his or her trial.
This device can only tell us where they were, not what they're going to do.
People like Clifton Greer. After more than a week on the run with his ankle monitor battery dead, he's now back in jail and facing new charges ahead of his trial, including resisting an officer. Nathan Morbido, NBC Charlotte.
If you have a story you want the Defenders to look into, email them at defenders@wcnc.com. You can also call or text. The number is 980-2WCNC 36.